Dead meme.
Alright, so if you want to get started breeding chickens, you're going to need to visit Haldor, I believe is how you say his name. He sells you the egg for 1,500 gold. I don't know if you can carry 3k gold without the help of the strength belt, but you could do it in more than one run. It's the 3,000 gold that's probably going to be the prohibitive part. But now that we've covered that, we're just going to jump to the part now where I show you the enclosure I've built for them. So this is the enclosure I've made for them. Workbenches prevent things from despawning, so I've just kind of put that down. Sounds like there's a jerk out there I need to deal with. Get out of here. Okay, now back to the important part. Chickens will be targeted by hostile mobs. As you can see, they're upset at the sound of combat with the exclamation marks. Now, most animals that are breedable require their farm to have a view of the sky. And unfortunately, I'm yet to do enough testing to know for sure. So what I've done to compromise is where the chickens are fed, the seeds see the sky. And so I throw their eggs over here. And when they all lay eggs, just like a normal animal does, when they're hungry, they'll go and eat. And we can watch that now really advantageously. And green hearts are a sign of ready to mate. And after they've eaten, we may be able to, well, you don't see much. You see them make pink hearts near each other. And that's how you know a baby is coming. You may notice I've labeled them for 4,500 gold and 6,000 gold. That's just how much gold I've spent so far testing a few different builds on these chickens. So don't worry about that. They are both, oh, that was fantastic. They are both labeled hens, so don't let that fool you too much. I'll just throw this on the ground. As you can see, it starts off as too cold, but if you let it sit long enough, it becomes warm. And in order to pick it up now, you'll have to target it and push E. And more hearts. So basically, you can't just auto-pick them up anymore, which is nice. You don't want to interfere. This little setup, these guys need to be warm, so I'm worried that they're going to commit suicide into the hearth or the campfire. So I just kind of walled it off to prevent them from stepping in it, because other tamed animals, such as lox, can commit suicide on your campfires. So, you know, after you spend 3,000 gold to get 2 eggs, I'm pretty sure you would be upset losing your chicken because it decided to commit suicide. So they eat seeds. I'll do a brief reintroduction to farming at the very end, just in case if you don't remember where seeds come from. That so far I've gotten them to eat carrot, turnip, and onion seeds, and they've given me eggs. So I don't believe that there's any real restriction as long as it's a seed. But again, I haven't tested that far. Those are the 3 that work. If you want to add to that, if you know something I don't know, you know, throw it in there. So we're going to quickly look at farming just before we take off. So there's carrots and there's carrot seeds. You get the carrot seeds from the Black Forest, but that's we're not going to get too deep into that. We're just going to talk about the farming methods. You're going to need the tool called the cultivator. It's a Bronze Age tool. So we'll pick up these carrot seeds. So when you find a carrot plant in the wild, this is what you're going to get when you pluck it. You're going to get seeds. You're going to open up the cultivator. You can right click, and you can choose to plant 3 carrots because you'll get 3 seeds. And you got to space them out a little bit, or they don't grow nicely, and you have to wait longer. And if you have an actual carrot, after you grow these 3, you can plant a carrot seed, or basically you're replanting the carrot, and it turns into a seed bush. And of course, we just kind of hang around and wait. And as you can see, they're all labeled healthy, so they're fine and happy. So these seeds, even the turnip ones, and the onion ones, I've been able to feed to the chickens and get them to reproduce. But let's look at the items you can make after you start getting some chicken meat. Alright, so of course, when you kill a chicken, you would expect to get chicken meat. It starts out raw, You can cook simple chicken meat over like a little cooking station similar to this, and you can receive this guy. 60 health, 20 stamina. If you and 5 HP attack, that's actually really good. Especially since you could theoretically do this at the beginning of the game, like in the early Bronze Age, with seeds from carrots. But if we look at this one, this is probably the second best food in the game that I've seen so far regarding health. 80 health, 26 stamina. It requires miscellaneous components to make, and you have to cook it. And it requires a fair amount of honey, but by that time you should have a fair number of beehives. And of course, feathers. So you have a more reliable supply of feathers as opposed to hunting seagulls and the blackbirds that are in the dark wood or whatnot. So other than that, I don't know if there's anything else helpful. So I'll just quickly summarize what I've discovered. You're going to need 2 chickens. They'll eat seeds, the 3 crops, the carrots, the turnips, and the onions. They'll eat those and they'll reproduce. You'll need some sort of sheltered, warm place to hatch the chicks. And I do recommend walling it off or protecting it in some fashion, because hostile mobs do target them. I attempted this experiment in the plains the first time, and I lost my chickens to Deathsquitos, which is rather annoying. That was like 3k down the drain. So I don't know if they require sight of the sky like most breedable animals, but if you just do that little method where you leave half your coop open, you can find out for sure. And you could always do a test on your own and let me know for sure. But other than that, thanks for showing up. And if you found this kind of helpful, if a like and a sub would be great. Of course, comment if we're missing something. Let's put it in there. I could pin the comment, and then that way better information is available to people. But thanks for showing up.